We want to focus on the small entrepreneurs, leather, garments, as such. And what we want to do is to actually give them access to finances. Well, thank you for the question. In terms of Aba being the capital of SMEs in Nigeria, it's a badge of pride for all Abia citizens. And this ministry was created by the governor to harness that energy. If you have a comparative advantage, it's always intelligent to harness it and then make it grow. So this ministry is here to organize, promote that sector in a way that will give them access to finances and open them up to new markets. In order to build this ministry to a sustainable ministry, most of these structures have to be built up. Now, when entrepreneurs start a business, there are a few things they have to do. They have to be legal. You can't just wake up. You can have a business that is not certified, but for how long can you survive like that? Because what we want to do is to take those small businesses who are the bedrock of our economy. Let's be honest here. Those informal sector businesses, it's not just like the golden guineas, those large corporations and industries. We want to focus on the small entrepreneurs, leather, garments, as such. And what we want to do is to actually give them access to finances. How do we do that? Now, while you asked us about the training and the workshops, it's not just as easy as going to different places and saying, here, come, take this information, and then go back. No. We want to make sure that when they receive this information, it is ongoing, that relationship with the ministry is a strong one. We need them probably more than they need us, because we need their input, we need their feedback, we need them to tell us what is going on the streets. They are ambassadors. So while we're processing them into our system, we're registering them into my ministry, first of all. We need to know who they are, what they do, if they have paperwork, if they have certification. All this is part of a larger system. For example, in my ministry, we have the one-stop shop. The one-stop shop is essentially an office which will give these people the opportunity to register the business and any other relevant agencies that have to do with ease of doing business in this state. So you have the Ministry of Lands is in there, Agriculture, NAFDAC, BOI, Bank of Industry, SUN. Those agencies, for example, if you wanted to open a business now, you don't have a business name, you have no certification, imagine how successful you'd be you wouldn't be successful for that long. Instead, you come into this office, you have all these questions, you're lost, we point you in the right direction. You say, here, come into this office, ask questions, and we'll give you answers. Do you know how long it would take you to open a business if you went from one agency to another? God knows how long it would take. So that in itself, I think the governor should truly be lauded for this, because he himself is very happy about this. I know people don't hear his voice on these issues all the time. That's why I'm here, because I'm speaking for him. He is very happy that this one-stop shop is being actualized, because once that happens, it empowers the entire community. Because not only will that also give them information, but then it sets them on a pedestal to success. And that's what we want. We want more successful businesses. We don't want businesses to be starting and dying every day. We don't want them to get money and not know what to do with the money. So to answer your question, once they go through this process of not only us knowing who they are, being registered, and then going through our processes in order to get themselves certified, then we'll be able to say, okay, now what do you need? Do you need training? Do you need media training? Do you need access to markets? Those are things that we know through communication. They need that help. Sometimes they don't know how to ask for that help. So once they come in, we've registered thousands of SMEs now, and people might say, oh, what's the big deal? What's the big deal of registering? Let me tell you that no reputable financial institution will deal with anyone if you don't have data. Data is the king now. Data will give you an idea of what you're dealing with. We can't just go out there and throw a dart without a target. You have to have a target, and this ministry has a target. We need to organize and promote these people. So once they come in, we know who they are. We ask them for the help that they need. If it's EDIs are being set up, partnerships are being sought with credible institutions to give them the help that they need. Nothing here is being done halfway. Everything is 100% if I'm even allowed to say 200%, and that's what we're here for. The fourth quarter of last year, the governor came to Abia and commissioned the bank. The bank is fully operational. There's staff there, there's a manager there that will give people information that they need. So if people want to go to the bank is located on CKC Road. They can go there, there's staff there that will give them information they need. The bank is there to house funds that we get from either international or from the federal to give them single-digit interest rates. So the bank is there. There's no illusions. What we're working on now is to maybe open up new branches of the bank so people don't have to keep going to one source. But to answer your question, the bank is there. The bank has been open thanks to the good work of my predecessor and other people that were involved in the project. We don't look for glory in these things. What we look for is a sustainable system that even after we're gone, it's still ongoing. So as we speak now, we're still trying to perfect that institution so it's something that the people can not only access but be proud of, because there's not many ministries of SMEs in the entire country. And now that we have a bank that is dedicated to that sector, you can see the vision of the governor actually coming to fruition. Nothing happens overnight. So we understand that people have questions, that people are worried. But the fact that these institutions exist, I believe, is a good step forward, because when they weren't there before, there was a whole sector that was teeming with ingenuity, with hard work, with people who were yearning to do something with their lives. And now these institutions are being set up and strengthened to help push them in the right direction. So trust me when I say this, that the bank, actually I had a meeting yesterday with my predecessor and we discussed this issue, because not only am I here, but I also have to look at the past to plot a path for the future. So we're doing that as we speak right now. And I guarantee you within the next month, you will hear some positive news on that bank. We have an MOU with the Zenith Bank and the Fashion One channel on DSTV. That MOU is supposed to address the creative industry, leather, garments, things of that nature. That MOU is supposed to give these entrepreneurs single-digit interest rates. It's ongoing as we speak. Most of the registration that we're doing is towards that MOU. Now, not only will they have access to money, but then they have also a way to advertise what they have. What I stressed to the entrepreneurs that came to my office, the ones that we took to Lagos, I personally oversaw the items that they brought to my ministry, their products that they have made with their hands. And what I stressed to them was that no matter what, you have to brand your goods. People have to know where they come from. I can't see a shoe that's made in Abia and it has a Gucci symbol. You defeat the purpose. You're hurting yourself. So as much as I might come from a different climate, I might have grown up somewhere else, I realize the importance of branding. I realize that if you don't show people where this thing is coming from, no one will know, and you don't get the credit for it. Why would you make something and give someone else, a European manufacturer, credit for something that they don't even know about? So these are the things that we tell people. They might know, but they might think that people won't buy their product. But we're here to show them that we actually care enough for them to say, if you brand this, we will advertise it for you. We will open you up to new markets that will buy your things. Because we also have an Abia State marketing agency, as I'm sure that maybe if you aren't aware, you are aware now. We all work hand in hand. So therefore, our raw materials, the SMEs, once we process them and we make sure that they understand the things they're supposed to do, then we push them along in the right direction. The Abia State Marketing Agency has been marketing several businesses that are from Abia. It's not a secret. So once they prove that they're serious in what they want to do, because we only want to deal with serious ambassadors of this state. We can't deal with people who will give this state a bad image. We know the responsibility that we've been tasked with, and we want to make sure that everyone that comes through this ministry will show this state to be what it is, a state, as you mentioned before, that has a comparative advantage in SMEs. If those SMEs are showcased to the world, and you can imagine the domino effect. Investment will increase because people can trust Abia people for the credibility and the strength of their products. That's what I'm saying. This whole system works together. SMEs exist almost everywhere. Agriculture, any industry you can think of, there are SMEs there. Once we get them organized and we let them know that they are ready, that we are ready to help them get to the next level, you will see this state will be transformed. I guarantee you. Well, I'll put it to you this way. When we released the criteria to the public, it might not be a secret anymore. There was some rancor, there were some murmurings of discontent, of misunderstanding. So let me just clarify it as much as I can. The criteria is, first of all, be a business person. Anyone can be a business person. Anyone. I will not turn you away. I receive visits from all sorts of people. I don't tell them to go away. I look, because who knows where that business will go. You understand? And it's my job to believe in you. So there's no way that I can be here occupying this office and this seat and say that your business is too small. There's no business that's too small. So first of all, the criteria is have that idea. Have that idea and then come to this office. Let's get to know you. Register in this office. Okay, I've been speaking to the banks. We've been trying to make sure this thing actually moves forward. Just yesterday, I sat down with the regional manager of Zenith Bank in this area. He supervises several banks here, with the manager also from Ohafia. They came to my office. We sat down and we said, how do we make sure that this thing moves forward? Zenith Bank is as much invested in this process as possible because we have to make sure that it works. Once it works, then we can take it to other sectors and say, okay, now how can we affect change in this sector? So have a business. If you don't have a business name, come to this ministry. The governor has offered free CAC registration, which we have been doing in this office, and you will see evidence of that very soon. There have people, there have been entrepreneurs that have received that free business name registration, and you will see very soon in the media. My media team will also let everyone know because that's what we're doing. Once they have their registration, it doesn't matter if you don't have an account with Zenith Bank. You don't have to have an account with Zenith Bank. I believe that was a discrepancy in the original criteria that was released. Just come in. As long as you come into this office and you talk to us, we'll find a way to get you what you need. But we have to know who you are. We have to know where your business is. We have to know what your plans are because that will determine how much money we'll give you. You can't have nothing and be expecting 100 million. Let's be realistic here. You cannot. So you have to work within your means, and we will help you determine what means you have. It doesn't mean that we'll cut short your ambition, because ambition is boundless. Ambition can be the sky, for all we know. You understand where I'm coming from? But we have to make sure that they actually understand that they don't want to get themselves into too much trouble, because we also have to stand for them. Everything that goes to Zenith Bank from this office, that means that we have said, no, these are certified. These are entrepreneurs that are certified. There's nothing wrong with these people. We've checked them out. They've registered. Those fees that people are apprehensive about, they're not fees that are coming into my pocket or my family's pocket or the governor's pocket. They're not. They're fees to make sure that you are buying into this process. And honestly, some of these services have to be paid for. A business plan is not free. A business plan is not free. You are accessing a chunk of money. You have to understand how to work your business to make back money and pay back your loan. So we are not doing this for ourselves. We are literally dragging people kicking and screaming to the promised land. And if we have to do that and be hated for it, then we will do it. But they will succeed whether they like it or not. That's the bottom line. I'm not here to take your money. I'm not here to take your money and go on vacation. I'm sitting in Abia State with the rest of my brothers and sisters to make sure that we all succeed together. That's all we want to do. And I'm speaking for myself, for the governor of this state. That's what all we want to do. Make sure that our brothers and sisters succeed. They might not like how we're doing it, but I also remember when I was growing up and my parents would do things that I didn't like, but here I am. I'm a responsible young man, and that's due to the love and protection that my parents gave me. So the government as a whole cares about the children of this state, and we want them to grow. Yes. Now, the achievements of this office, as I stated before, are not grandiose. You don't see tarred roads like the beautiful Abia Road in Amahia here. You don't see those things here. So people might not think that this small ministry is actually making any achievements. But if you look at it from a perspective of organization, we've gone very far, because we've realized that without organization, we cannot attract the financial side to come to the table. If we weren't organized, if we didn't have our SMEs broken down into different sectors and saying these are the people, this is what they do, and this is what they plan on doing, no banks will take us seriously. But we've been doing that. And now we have also dangled the carrot to make sure that they come in. By dangling the carrot, free CAC registration is something that they will hear and be like, you know what? I need to get my business to be legitimized. I'll come in there, I'll see what they have to say, Those things are happening as we speak. We've registered over 5,000 entrepreneurs, over 5,000. When I came in, we had not even up to a quarter of that. But we've gone way beyond what we believe, because now the potential is gigantic. There are so many streams of income that can come in to help these people, but they will not be helped if they have not been organized. We've taken entrepreneurs to Lagos. The governor came down himself. He spoke to the chairman of Zenith Bank. Now the handshake pretty much sealed the deal in terms of the seriousness of our state in promoting our entrepreneurs. Every single day an entrepreneur comes in here is a step in the right direction. That's what I'm telling them. It's a step in the right direction. Because if you don't do that, then you can't blame anyone else but yourself. These assets, these resources are here for you to take advantage of. Exactly. So the governor has been supporting us very well in that aspect. We have also finished with the one-stop shop. It is ready is ready to go. It's ready to go. It's ready to be commissioned. The governor is very pleased, as I stated before, because this shop will revolutionize ease of doing business here. As I stated before, you walk into the Ministry of Lands and you count how much time you spend there trying to get the information that you need. And then you go to NAFDAC and try to get what you want to get done. And then you go to the Bank of Industry, try to get information there. You can count how much time that would take you to be successful. This one-stop shop will revolutionize that. And it'll work hand in hand with everything else that we're doing. You'll see, just wait. Just wait. Like, as soon as these things start, even you yourself will be banging down the door to take advantage of these things that are available to you and everyone else in the state. Those are the major achievements that we have done. As much as I would like to share as much as what we're doing, but there are some things that we have to keep under wraps. We have met with several clusters, the Umuahia Chamber of Commerce, Abia Chamber of Commerce. We have met with all of them to see what they need, because without these business organizations, without them giving us information, that we don't really know what our entrepreneurs are doing or what they're thinking or what they want. Because they have to tell us what they want and how we can help them and how also they can help us. Because we also work hand in hand with the business community. We have sat down with the leadership. We have gone out to go see our individual entrepreneurs. All these things, they might seem like they're flippant and not important, but trust me, nothing is built without a foundation. And what we're doing right now is building a foundation, because we want to make sure that no matter who is here, that process will always be ongoing. And that's why we're here. We take this very seriously. We're passionate. My staff is passionate. The leadership is passionate of this state, and we will not give up. We will not give up. There's no amount of criticism that we'll get that we will not only listen to, but we will also keep going in the right direction, because that's what we want to do. We want to achieve the goals that we have set out to achieve, which is to promote, organize, and make sure these entrepreneurs are successful. It's pretty simple.